Why is it called Antardvip? And why is Antardvip Radhastali? Why is Antardvip Radharani's place? And why are all the islands of Navadvip her Sakhi's places? In Sri Braj Mandal, there are a mixture of rasas. But in Antardvip and Navadvip, only Madhurya. All other rasas take shelter of Navadvip Dham and take shelter of this Radha rasa. So Krishna said, I will come as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vishaka Devi said, I will come as Rai Ramananda. Lalita Devi said, I will come as Surup Dhammadar. Shrimati Radhika, I will come as Gadadhar Pandit. In this way, all of the gopis came in different forms and participated in Shri Krishna Leela. Shrimati Radhika, she entered into the Jamuna with all of her Sakhis in separation from Shri Krishna. And she came along the Jamuna to the Ganga. And in the Ganga, she took shelter of these 9 islands. This will be my heart's place. Here, in other places, Krishna can do so many things. To give man, to give pain, to give suffering. In Antardvip, Mayapur, there's no mixture. This is only Radharani's place. Krishna himself comes here to take shelter of Radharani. This is the glories of Antardvip. Like in Jagannath Puri, Jagannath takes shelter of Radhika, Nila Anchal, Radhika's bluish shawl. In the same way, Krishna comes to Mayapur and takes shelter of Radhika. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi, he takes shelter of her golden effulgence of Srimati Radhika, and he becomes Gauranga. Anarpita charim chirat karunaya vatirna kalo samarpaitam unata ujjvala rasam swabhakti shriyam hari purata sundara duti kadamba sandipida sada hridaya kandaris puratu va sachinandana. Shri Krishna appeared as Sachinandan Gaur Hari from the ocean of the love of Sachi Mata from her womb. And he came in this Mayapur Dham to take shelter of Srimati Radhika. He took shelter of her effulgence, her color, and her moods. He prayed to her, Oh Radharani, unless you give me your bhakti, your prem, how will I show this to others? I am Paramatma, I am Bhagavan. How can I teach my own devotion, my own love? Please, only if you give me your moods will I truly be able to help anyone and bring them into your service. I have taken that vow. Napareyeham niravadya samyujam. I cannot repay you. I will try to bring other jivas into your transcendental service. Krishna made this vow. I will bring all jivas into the shelter of Srimati Radhika. Therefore, Radharani is Narayani. Narayan means with whom all living entities can have ultimate resting place, peace, home. Everyone wants home, some place to be at rest, to be peaceful, to feel complete. So Krishna thought, I am Narayan. I give resting place to the jivas, but still they are not fully fulfilled. They are lacking in this prem. So I will take shelter of Narayani, Srimati Radhika, and all living entities, I will bring them to her shelter. Therefore, he came to Antardvip, Mayapur. This is Radharani's place. This is Radharani's place. So now we will hear the glories of that Sri Navadvip Dham. Reading from Sri Navadvip Dham Mahatmya, page 27. Chintamani rupa hoye godamandal Chirananda Moy Dham Chinmaya Shakal. This Gaura Mandal is like a transcendental wish-fulfilling gem. It is constituted of pure knowledge and bliss, and everything within it is transcendental. Everything in Gaura Mandal, the water, the land, the trees, is transcendental. The 3 transcendental energies of the Lord, Samdini, Samvit, Hladini, They are always present there. That Navadvip Dham is a transformation of the Sandhini potency of the Lord, which itself is a division of the Lord's internal potency. Nityananda Kripajara Pratikabu Hoy Sedeka Ananda Dham Sarvatra Chinmoy. Whoever gets the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu will perceive the spiritual nature of that blissful Dham. To such a person is revealed that Ganga, Jamuna, Saraswati, Godavari, and all holy rivers perpetually flow together here. In Kali Yuga, the other Dhams do not hold potency without the shelter of Navadvip Dham. Therefore, if you want, we heard yesterday, the benefit of performing millions of Ashwamedha Yagyas is achieved by taking one footstep in Navadvip Dham. One footstep in Navadvip Dham gives you equal pious merit as millions and millions and millions of sacrifices. Therefore, what foolish person will forsake Sri Navadvip Dham to go to another place? All the tirthas reside in Navadvip Dham. Pushkar, Haridwar, Dwarka, Mathura, everything is in Navadvip. All the Sampradaya leaders, Acharyas, all take shelter of Navadvip Dham. Therefore we said, Jaya Navadvipa, Navapradeepa. This Navadvip Dham, 9 islands, is like 9 lamps, illuminating the heart with prem. 9 lamps are Navada Bhakti. Hearing, chanting, remembering, serving the Lord and His devotees, offering of prayers, developing the mood of friendship with the Lord, offering the self to the Lord, developing the mentality of being a servant of the Lord. This is all manifest in Navadvip Dham. Navadvip Dham is where all Navada Bhakti resides in personified form. Shri Godrum Dvip, Kirtanakya Bhakti. This is Lalita Devi's place, and this is where Kirtan is present. So we will hear each island is presided by one of the Astasakis of Radhika, her own manifestations of her own transcendental form. Antardvip, Mayapur, Simantadvip, Godrumdvip, Madhyadvip, Koladvip, Ritudvip, Janudvip, Modrudrumadvip, Ruddhavipakma, Shri Navadvip Dham ki jai. All the Sakis are here, and they nourish Bhakti Devi. Bhakti Devi is herself only Radhika's expansion. And all of the moods of Bhakti, personification, the deities of Bhakti are Navadvip Dham. So if we want to follow Bhakti, we must take shelter of this Navadvip. This Navadvip Dham reveals the Swarup of the soul. Nava Pradeepa, the Pradeep or the lamp of love in Navadvip Dham. By taking shelter of Navadvip, that lamp will illumine your true spiritual nature, and you will realize, Naham Vipro, Napi Vaishyo, Nasudro, Naham Varni, Nacha Griha Patirna, Vanasto Yatirva, Kintu Prodyanna Kila Paramartha Pumanyo, Gopi Bartu Parakamalayor, Dasa Dasanudasaha. By taking shelter of Navadvip Dham, the lamps of this divine place, the lamps of this divine Dham, Navadvip, by performing bhakti there, they will reveal your true spiritual nature. Then you will forget the pride of, I am a great Brahmin, I am a great Kshatriya leader, I am a great businessman, I am a great worker, I am a brahmachari, I am a sannyasi, I am a householder. You will forget all of this false ego, and you will realize, who am I? I am merely the servant of the servant of the servant of that beloved of the gopis, Sri Krishna Chandra. My eternal dharma is to enter into that transcendental realm of Braj, where every step is a dance and every word is a song. Therefore we pray, how can I enter into that abode? This is the purpose of Navadvip Dham. This is the purpose of Navadvip Parikrama. We take shelter of Navadvip Dham, pray, let me give up my false ego. False ego is a very low and dark thing. We are attached to this false ego, and we are not realizing that Kintu Prodyan Nikila. We are giving up that transcendental source of all bliss, all joy, all love, all effulgence. That is Sri Krishna Chandra with the gopis. And we are giving up that Krishna and the gopis to think, oh, I am this powerful man or woman in this world. This is my domain. I am the controller. I will enjoy this world. What are we enjoying? This is only Maya, illusion. Running after the mirage of happiness, we only get stuck with the thorns of pain and suffering in this existence, and the duality of happiness and distress, birth and death, winter and summer. Therefore we pray, let us take shelter of Ganga Devi. Every morning we pray. We are here far from Navadvipa, many people far from Navadvipa, but we have the chance to be there by heart and by mind and by soul. Remembering Ganga Devi. Every morning, Pratashriman Navadvipe. In the morning we meditate on Sri Guru in Navadvip Dham. We take bath in Sri Ganga Devi's pure holy waters. And in that way, we shed ourselves of all false ego and sins and anarthas. Devi Sureshwari Bhagavati Ganga. That Ganga Devi is the Lord's transcendental form, non-different from Him. By taking shelter of Ganga Devi, all sins are washed away. Shakshad Vaikunta Tattva Egoda Mandal Bhagyavana Jivataha Dhike Niramal. The fortunate living entity beholds the Gaura Mandal as the pure and manifest realm of the Lord's eternal abode, Vaikunta. Swarup Shakti Rachai Maya Bolijare Prabhuragyai Nija Prabhava Vishtare. The shadow of the Swarup Shakti is called Maya Shakti, the illusory energy. And on the order of the Lord, she spreads her power of illusion. This illusory energy covers the eyes of the living entities who have turned away from the Lord. For this reason, not everyone can perceive the influence of the transcendental abode. Therefore, we take shelter. Maya Devi, she is also our mother. Kripa kori Maya jalutai jokon. Anki deki shuvishal chinmaya bhavan. O mother, please, for so many lifetimes I've been wandering in this illusory realm of samsara. Please now give me entrance into this divine abode of Navadvip Dham and let me see the Lord's eternal pastimes going on there. Lift up the curtain of Maya from my eyes and let me see Shri Navadvip Dham. Adhyapya selila kore gorarai kono kona bhagyavana dheki barapai. Those transcendental pastimes of Gaura Nityananda are going on this day, right now. But only very fortunate souls can see them. Therefore, we also pray to Maya Devi, please, Kripa Gori Maya Jalutaya Jokon, lift up that curtain of Maya and let me see the Lord's eternal abode and pastimes. Sri Gurudev, when he came to Navadvip Dham, he was given this vision. First Gaur Purnima, Gurudev had this vision with Param Gurudev. He saw when Param Gurudev was dancing, all his associates were dancing. At once, everything became transcendentally illuminated. And Gaura Nityananda, Srivas, Gadadhara, Dvaita were dancing in great ecstasy. Bolo hadi bole modher Gaur elo. Ahari bole modher Gaur elo. Aji elo re Gauranga chad preme lo telo. Elo re Gauranga chad preme lo telo. Bolo nitaya dvaita shange godru me basilo. Nitaya dvaita shange godru me basilo. Ahari bole modher Gaur elo. Ahari bole modher Gaur elo. Bolo Gaur elo, Aji Gaur elo, oh Nitaya elo. Bolo Hari bole modher Gaur elo, Hari bole modher Gaur elo. Bolo elo re Gauranga chad preme elo telo, elo re Gauranga chad. Anitaya dvaita shange godru me basilo. O Hari bole modher Gaur elo. Hari bole modher. Advaitadi Bhakta Brinda Nache Gate Gate. Advaitadi Bhakta Brinda Nache. Ay Advaitadi Bhakta Brinda Nache Gate Gate. Advaitadi Bhakta Brinda Nache Gate Gate. Palaya Duranta Kali Padiya Vibrate. Oh Hari Bole Moder Gaura Elo. Hari Bole Moder Gaura Elo. Oh Hari Bole Moder Gaura Elo. O Tora Deke Jare. Tora Deke Jale. Tora Deke Jale. O Kisuke Basila Jeev Gaura Chandaranate. Kisuke. Kisuke Basila Jeev Gaura Chandanate. Who is so fortunate to see Gauranga Mahaprabhu dancing? Who is so fortunate? We may not be able to see this, but we can see Guru and Vaishnavas dancing. And we can dance with them. Kisuke Basila Jeev Gaura Chandaranate. Kisuke Basila Jeev. Seeing Gaur Sundar dancing, our life is successful. So when we see, how do we see Gaur Sundar dancing? Rath Yatra, we see Gaur Sundar dancing. Swami Prabhupada brought him to the West. He brought Gaur Nitai to the West and they began to dance. And Swami Prabhupada began to dance. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra began to dance, and everyone began to dance. Nitai Gaur Brahmanande, Hari 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 O. O Palaya Duranta Kali Padiya Vibrate. Palaya Duranta. Seeing the dancing of Gaur Nityananda, Kali ran in fear. He can no longer compete. No longer were people interested in gold, in women, men, enjoyment, alcohol, intoxication. Everyone drowned in the bliss of Gaura Prem. Abhada Karuna Sindhu Katya Mohan. Abhada Karuna Sindhu Katya Mohan. O Gare Gare Bule Prem Ami Araban. Gare Gare Bule Prem. Nityananda came house to house, village to village, town to town, country to country. When Gurudev came to the West, he said, I have come to see every island. Tokyo, Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Fiji, America, New York, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Mexico, Canada, Vancouver, Toronto, everywhere. Kisuke Basila Jeev Gaura Chandaranate. Kisuke Basila Jeev Gaura. How fortunate we are to see Guru and Vaishnava dancing in Harinam. Do not trust a sadhu who cannot dance. Therefore, by seeing the Vaishnavas dance, when Gurudev established his mutt in Siliguri, he danced for 12 miles straight, all the way to the program, singing ecstatically, even in old age. And yet, we see the Vaishnavas. What happened when Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj came to Navadvipa? Even though he was 130 years old, he jumped out of his basket and began to Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Bolo Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga. Bolo Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. Bolo Nitai Gauranga Jaya, Nitai Gauranga. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj danced. Bolo Haribo, La Haribo. Bolo Haribo, La Haribo. Bolo Haribo, La Haribo. Bolo Haribo, La Haribo. Bolo Gaura Nityananda Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Bolo Gaura Nityananda Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Oh Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Hari Bol. Anidai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Gaura Hari Bol. Gaur Nityananda Prabhu not only dance in Navadvipa, they dance everywhere Guru and Vaishnavas are present. Wherever Guru and Vaishnavas are carrying Gaur Nityananda in the heart, they go to that place and they begin Sankirtan Ras. Therefore, Sankirtan is our Yuga Dharma. Without Sankirtan, we have no life. Prana che jar sehitu prachar. Without life, you cannot preach. What is our life? Kirtan is our life. Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam eva kevalam. Kalo nasteva 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 gatiranyata. Without kirtan, we have no life. Therefore, every day, what is our sadhana? Our sadhana is Krishna Kirtan. This is our sadhana. Go out, house to house, door to door. Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Gaura Krishna Shiksha. But we heard yesterday, what did Nityananda do? Mahaprabhu said, Gare gare jao mange piksha. Bolo Krishna, Bhaja Krishna, Gaura Krishna Shiksha. Nityananda said, Are, 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 are. Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore, Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pranore, Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore, Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pranore. Worship Gauranga, Bhaja Gauranga. Speak about Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga. Loho Gauranga Namare. Chant Gauranga's name. That person who worships my Gauranga, he is my life. He is my soul. Ek bar dekh le chakke jal, Gaura bole nitai dhen shakale sambal. To one person who once chants the name Gauranga with a tear in his eye, Nityananda gives all power. Therefore, if we want spiritual power, we must chant Gaura Hari 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 Bolo Gauranga. Without Gauranga's holy names, we have no life. Therefore, we do Gaur Bhajan. We worship Shri Gaur Sundar. Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore, Bolo Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga. Bolo Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore, Bhaja Gauranga. Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pranore. Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pranore. Bolo Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore. Bhaja Gauranga, Kaha Gauranga, Loha Gaurangir Namore. Aje Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pranore. Je Jana Gauranga Bhaje, Se Hoya Mar Pran. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Aridai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Aridai Gaur Siddhanath Premanande, Hari 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 Bol. Hoya more Gaura Chandra Banchana Koriya, Brahmandira Adipati Rakila Koriya. Alas, alas, Sri Gaura Sundar tricked me and made me the master of the universe. When will the binding knots of my fruitive activities be cut open? When will my mind become pure as I give up false pride? When will my self-conception that I am the creator of this universe vanish? Who is speaking thus? Brahma. Brahma says, when will I give up this mentality? Lord Brahma prayed in Navadvipa Dham. Brahma, the creator of the universe now, is praying in Navadvipa Dham. When will I be fortunate enough to take birth, even as a blade of grass in Navadvip? If someone asked, why should I desire such a birth, even though I am Brahma? I will answer, O brother, in this way I will obtain the foot dust of all the devotees engaged in the service of Gauranga Mahaprabhu's divine lotus feet. This would be impossible otherwise. Therefore he's praying, when will my self-conception that I am the creator of this universe vanish? When will I become a pure servant of Gauranga Mahaprabhu and attain the shelter of his lotus feet? Such is the glories of Navadvipa Dham. The demigods, the sages, the rudras, and so forth, they all reside in different places in Navadvip. Even though they have all spent long austerities for many lives, without Nityananda Prabhu in Navadvip, they could not get any transcendental grace. Unless demigods such as Brahma and Shiva abandon the mindset that I am a demigod, and with humility, unless they pray and receive the treasure of Gaur Nityananda's mercy, then they will not get this Gaura Prem. They are unable to receive the treasure of Gaur Nityananda's mercy despite great endeavor. What to speak of others? Bhaktivinoda Thakur now says, all of these topics will be narrated further on in this book. O brothers, listen to them carefully and faithfully. Avoid using mundane logic in regard to these topics, because logic is useless and inauspicious. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are like a deep ocean. On the contrary, mundane logic is as troublesome as the many layers of skin that cover banana flowers. When you make banana sabji, you must take off the skins to make a nice sabji. The efforts of one using mundane logic to attain deliverance from the material world are unsuccessful. Nothing is gained in such endeavor. Yet one who abandons mundane logic and takes shelter of only sadhus and sastras quickly attains the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Follow the order of Nityananda Prabhu. The Shrutis, Smritis, Tantras, and all other scriptures always praise the majesty of Sri Navadvipa Dham. Therefore study all these scriptures and have faith in the words of the sadhus. Then you will understand the glories of Sri Navadvip. All sacred places are extremely weak in Kali Yuga, but Sri Navadvip Dham alone is supremely powerful. By the desire of the Lord, this holy abode and its glories remained unmanifest for an extremely long time. And yet now they have been revealed. Therefore we take shelter of Sri Navadvip Dham. We pray to Sri Navadvip Dham for its mercy. And in this way, we will go on Sri Navadvip Dham Parikrama. There is no one like Gauranga. No other incarnation, past, present, or future, has preached such a rare form of prem. He has not slain the very wicked or the fallen atheists. Instead, he has purified everyone's hearts by going door to door, freely giving them the holy name. He has poured over the whole world the prem that is desired by even Shiva and Brahma. The destitute, upon receiving and drinking this prem, began to dance and clap their hands in joy. Laughing and weeping, they roll upon the ground in prem, and the limbs of their bodies manifest all the symptoms of ecstasy like horripilation. Even the dog-eaters and the Brahmins embrace one another. Oh, when has there been such a wonderful spectacle as this? With great calls and cries, with murdangas and kartals, Gauranga and his devotees sing and run here and there. Seeing this, Yamaraj, the god of death, has become frightened and closed his door. In all the three worlds have become filled with the bliss of this Gaura Prem by the auspicious uproar of Sri Kirtan. Premadas alone laments, oh, affection for that Gauranga has not appeared in my heart. Therefore we pray to Sri Gaura Sundar, we pray to Nityananda Prabhu, we pray to Navadvipa Dham. May that transcendental Navadvipa Dham become manifest in our hearts. May that divine flower of Sri Navadvipa Dham blossom in our hearts. Navadvipa Dham is a transcendental lotus. The center, Antardvip, is Radha Bhag, the garden of Radharani. That is the pericarp of the lotus. And all the islands are the petals of that transcendental lotus. So we pray, if we want our consciousness to blossom to the highest levels of divine spiritual realization, we must take shelter of Sri Navadvipa Dham. And then that Navadvipa Dham will blossom in our hearts and make our lives successful. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare